Hi everyone, it's Apollo. Today I'm going to go exploring and check out a new framework called Ionic. It's been around for probably 2 or 3 years, maybe longer. And Ionic is a framework that lets you build native applications for mobile devices, which includes iOS, Android, so Apple phones and Android phones. So go to this Ionic Framework page, ionicframework.com, and you can go and take a look at this basic Ionic Framework link here. You've got Ionic Framework, Ionic Pro, and Ionic Enterprise. Obviously, we're going to go and check out the free stuff. So this is a tour of sort of what's out there. The starting point is how to install Ionic. And then the next thing would be to just check out the documentation that's in here, which is you've got tabs, etc., etc. Run your app, and we'll check out some of the UI components. Alright, so some of the components, just gonna sort of take a look at the demos of these action sheets. You've got alerts, badges, buttons, cards, checkbox, grids, icons, just all kinds of stuff in here. So let's go through these just really quickly. Action sheet. They've got an actual, they have an actual demo for this. Oh, maybe not. Oh, hold on. Let's see. There we go. Action sheet, show action. Cool. So it displays that stuff. Let's check out alerts and show basic alert. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty much an iPhone there. We got badges, and these are the little badges there. Buttons, these light, default, etc. Got cards going on. Just a basic card with text in it. Checkbox. This all sort of pretty standard stuff. So there's a lot of stuff in here that you can comes out of the box. These are sort of the HTML markup for that page, and at some point we'll figure out how to do that. See date time. So if you click on a date time on a date, you'll get this field here. It'd be nice if it would just drop down from up here, but I guess that's okay. The time field. So this would be perfect for the to-do app that sort of is out there that I've created that has AWS in the back end and Angular on the front end, but this is not a web framework, but a client framework. Right, these are Fabs, which means floating action buttons. Got gestures. Let's see if it'll let me. So when you tap it, when you hold down and press, it's sort of hard to do with. I'm on a MacBook, so it's sort of hard to get that to show up multiple times. Pan, swipe. Let's see if I can swipe it. Nope. Let's see. Yeah, it's hard to do it with when you're in a MacBook. Got some grid action going on here. Basic layout. Got icons. Good to have. Weather, camera, microphone. Have some inputs here. And let's see. This one, what this would do is probably bring up a keyboard down here, but it's not doing it since I'm on my MacBook. And let's do list. Pokemon Yellow. Super Metroid. It looks like that could be expandable. Loading. So click on that. That's pretty convenient for asynchronous sort of processing there. We got menus going on, so let's display the menus. Really good stuff here. Modals, it's pretty much everything you need to have, or everything you need for a mobile type application that's sort of pretty standard inputs and stuff that you can usually do on a phone. Navigation, awesome, cool. Just going from page to page. cool. All right, we got some popovers. Let's see if this works. I didn't get this to work earlier, but I'm assuming that something pops over, like when you're over a text or something like that. Radio buttons is pretty standard stuff. You select one of these options. Range, I like this one actually. It's not smooth, and you can give it like a set of values, but if you wanted something a little bit smoother, more sort of refined values, you would use these. I like this start and end. I like these. Alright, search bar, pretty straightforward what that is. So if I go here and do DACA, let's do A. Anything with A, is there a Z? Ha, I don't know what that is, Jules Zen. Got some segments here, which is like these little, they're almost like tabs, but they're more like button type tabs. I like that. Select, pretty straightforward. This one pops out here, which I don't necessarily like. I like this one better, which pops down from the area that you click instead of sort of centering itself. This one is sort of goes from the bottom up. Operating system, got it. It's a pop-up. Same thing with that. Alright. Got some slides. Oh yeah, I like that one. It's another way to sort of segment your GUI into various areas there. Could be good for like pictures maybe. Got some tabs action going on. Let's see, tabs are at the bottom. That could be good. Toast. Show toast up here for when there's any asynchronous events. Just different areas. Oh, that's got to close. What if I tap it multiple times? How many of these come up? Alright. Toggle. Off and on essentially. And toolbar, which is down here. So Ionic does cross-platform mobile development. It's got a really good set of GUI, and it's just pretty standard stuff that's out there. And then if you look at some other things, what's cool about this is, let's go back to the home page here, and do get started again. Let's take a look at the Ionic native stuff, which is just really just some of the libraries that's available out there. Browser usage is probably an important one because you can develop and sort of, you saw what we did with the demo there, you can see what's playing, or you can see your application within a browser so that you don't have to deploy to iOS or deploy to Android in order to test it. It can be done, but it's a little bit time consuming. You have to probably create the source code, the project, build it in Xcode, then deploy it to your phone, or Android. You have to build the file and deploy it as well, and that could take 3 or 4 minutes for each one. But let's take a look at these. 3D Touch, Action Sheet. What's a good one? Full screen. App Rate, App Update, Apple Pay, Auto Start, Background Fetch. What's a good one? I saw some pretty good stuff here earlier. Bluetooth serial, that's interesting. Browser calendar, camera, access to that. Clipboard, that's a good thing to have. You can copy data from your app to other apps. Couchbase, crop, date picker. Let's see, device motion. Okay, that's a good thing to have. Device orientation, DNS, document viewer, email composer, in case you want to send email from your device and have it open up a mail program or app from within, or not from within your app, but initialized and initiated by your application. File chooser, so really just a lot of stuff that's available to here. HTTP is probably one of them. we would be making API calls to our to-do app, or our to-do APIs. In-app purchase, cool. Insomnia, always good. Instagram, keyboard, keychain. This is a lot of stuff here that that you can access to do what you have to do. Photo library, photo viewer, power management, printer, interesting. Screenshot, that's cool. Serial, shake, sim, social sharing. I think Facebook was up here earlier. Where are you at? Facebook is right there. So just all kinds of stuff here. Let's take a look at the other. I didn't get to see this theming. I'm assuming like you could probably create different themes for your app. Let's see. Blah blah blah. To fit your brand. Follow standards of each platform. Okay, so some opportunities for theming there. So overall, I mean, like, this looks like a very promising type framework. It seems like it's easy to use from the HTML type markup there. So can't wait to create a mobile app that does or accesses our to-do API, and hopefully it'll look nice. All right, thank you for checking this out with me.